Today we are continuing our conversations about household employees, and joining me now is Anthony Martino, partner at Older Lundy Koch & Martino, to discuss liability as it pertains to nannies and other household employees. Again, it is good to see you today, Anthony. How have you been?
I'm good. It's nice to see you as well.
So before we dive into this conversation, kind of having an idea of where it's going to go, let's first address liability when it comes to the household. Let's get that out there. What do we need to know first and foremost?
In this context, two major types are going to be implicated, right? One is going to be liability to your household employee for something that happens to them, or liability for your household employee for something they perhaps have done to somebody else.
Interesting. Okay, so have the distinguish there between the two. And moving forward, if someone does get hurt, then where does that fall based on the two distinctions that you were able to share with us?
Fair point. So when I say being responsible for them, that's a term called vicarious liability. And it comes from a legal doctrine, respondeat superior. It means you're responsible for the actions of your employees if it's within the course and scope of their employment. Okay, so not if they go out and do something intentionally wrong, obviously that wouldn't be there. Okay. Liability to them, considering it's an employee within your household, most likely is going to arise perhaps they fell in your house. Okay, and so as a homeowner, you're going to have a duty to use a reasonable care maintaining your home. And if you have a dangerous condition that's there and they don't know about it, you'll have a duty to warn them about it so that they know.
So again, then, are you liable, or you're just saying really depends on the situation then if you're liable as the homeowner, correct?
Yeah, if you went in and tried to legally research these particular issues, you would see there's a massive amount of case law because they're become very specific about how it happened.
I'm curious, and again, kind of thinking my own like homeowner's insurance policy, if you will, you know, the protection that is able to provide for my family. Would a homeowner's policy work in this kind of scenario?
No, generally not. There may be some limited coverages for medical expenses, but it's limited to medical expenses, not pain and suffering, not loss of the ability to earn money. And those are usually really small amounts, $3,000, $5,000. So if they sustain a significant injury, that's not going to cover it.
And what about adding like a liability addendum or a liability policy on top of your coverage? Would that work?
Yes. So you can have endorsements or riders that would be added to your policy to specifically cover the household employee. You could also buy workers' compensation coverage. And if you do that, you're virtually insulated by any claim that they can make. Otherwise, there are umbrella policies, and I recommend everybody have umbrella policies because that would expand beyond this, and you can incorporate auto and everything else in them. But those typically also have the vehicle to provide additional coverage that would be available in the event that your nanny hurts somebody or gets hurt at your house.
You brought up auto. I want to kind of examine this for a second. What if a nanny was driving, say, your children somewhere to school or an activity, and you know the unforeseen happens, and there is an auto accident? Where would that fall in this? Well,
you're going to be vicariously liable. So you're going to be responsible if a lawsuit were to result from that. Your nanny's going to be sued personally, but you're going to be sued as well as their employer.
I really like that you gave us like tangible things to do, ways to consider this with your household employees. But say people have individual questions and want more guidance. What is the best way to get in touch with you? Well,
olderlundylaw.com. And they can call and ask for me, and I'll take them through whatever specific scenario or concern that they have.
Good stuff. It's good to see you again. Thanks for your time.
Nice to see you as well. Thanks.